What's up, guys? It's Vince from Palm Beach Jeep Club and Grave Up Restoration, and I'm just gonna update you guys on what I did today. I actually was making a video until I deleted it. I deleted it on accident. I am so mad that it's gone because I was almost finished with it. Because I was putting a water pump in the ZJ here today, and I made a complete how-to, everything step by step, the size of the bolts, everything, like a completely detailed video on how to change a water pump in here, and it got deleted. So that means I put a water pump in here today. It runs great. It runs nice and cool. The old one wasn't even really that bad. It was just leaking once I put a new radiator in. So it had a small hole in the radiator before, and like didn't even notice it. That's how small it was. Until I just finally realized that it needed a radiator. But yeah, here's the old water pump. But the thing is, it was leaking. So, I mean, the propellers and everything are still okay, but yeah, I just put a brand new one in. I figured I might as well. As you can see, it's right there. Everything's nice, awesome, tight, runs great, runs nice and cool, no problems. So right now, I'm actually trying to decide whether I want to keep this as a daily for now, because I decided that I am gonna sell my red daily. It's got 94,000 miles, but the thing is, it's two-wheel drive, and that's not something that I really want to build. It's a wonderful daily. It runs amazing. You know, I did all the motor work to it. I did the whole head, a bunch of brand new parts, water pump in this one too, thermostat, hoses, lines, everything. But you know, I'd rather get the money out of it now before I run the miles up, you know, and try to get some good money out of it that I could put toward other projects or toward my building, because I was working outside all day today and it was hot. So I'm gonna be selling this one soon. I just gotta clean it up a little bit, you know, actually like physically clean it, detail it a little bit, that way I could post it online. The only thing is, I might do it. I found a check engine light in here, and I brought it to AutoZone and they read it for me, and it said it has a cylinder 1 misfire. So that means it's probably just a spark plug or a wire. So I'm probably just gonna take care of that, clean it up, and then post it on eBay, and hopefully get some good money for it. I have plenty of other Jeeps, so yeah, I don't need that one. The Grand Cherokee I was thinking about dailying for a little while, but then again, for me to go and transfer title and tags and everything else, just to decide like 1 or 2 weeks later that you know, it's not my style and I'd rather drive the Comanche all day, it's not worth me trying to keep. So I think I'm going to try to sell that one, sell this Cherokee, and then I'll probably just end up putting the money toward my Comanche and my 92 Cherokee, the one that I was going to put the stroker motor in. Actually, when I went to the junkyard last week, I picked up a bunch of nuts and bolts that I needed to finish the engine. I needed ones for the valve cover and some of the brackets and stuff, because I didn't have that. I'm just trying to build it completely out of the Jeep without using any components from this Jeep. That way I have 2 perfectly intact motors that if I ever needed to, I could just drop right in, because that one still runs. The engine in here, this is the one that I'm going to be putting the stroker motor in, the 4.7, and I'm probably just going to pull the motor out of this one, but I'm going to want to rebuild the transmission and stuff, just because I don't know if that transmission has ever been gone through, but to put a brand new engine in with a lot more power, it would make sense to put a brand new transmission in to handle that. So I'm probably gonna have that transmission rebuilt. I don't think that's something I could do myself right now, because A, I don't have the tools, B, and I don't have the experience. So I'm thinking about dropping a new motor in here, but I don't know which one I want to do, so I'm gonna need your help. In the comments, I want you to comment what kind of motor you want to see in this Comanche, because I'm really thinking about it, because the motor that's in there right now, it is a Frankenstein, which means The bottom half is a late model engine that somebody threw in there, and the top half is the early model engine, and those two just don't fit in that truck. I mean, everything works, it runs good, but I don't like that the closed system, the pressurized system that came in the early models, and a lot of people do swap that out, but I just haven't gotten to it yet. But it has given me all the problems that you hear everybody complaining about. The truck's overheated, the cap's blown off the thing. You know, it's just caused by the built up pressure. So I'm going to get rid of all that at once. And the problem that I'm having with that motor right now, aside from the overheating occasionally, like just when I'm sitting, like when I was at Jeep Beach, I overheated like 3 times on the beach because we're basically at a standstill with all the traffic there. And yeah, I just popped its top like 3 times. So that wasn't cool. But I mean, it took me all the way to Daytona and back, no problem, ran perfect. It's just when it's sitting, and that's the problem I'm having. So I'd like to get rid of that. And the other problem I'm having with that motor is because it is the later model, the filter sits at a 45-degree angle off the side. Meanwhile, it should be at a straight 90-degree angle. And the problem I'm having with that is if I hit a bump too hard, and it's happened to me 3 times already, the oil filter will hit the frame and bust off. So I busted 3 oil filters while I was driving, and that sounds like something a Honda guy would say. But yeah, I mean, it's happened to me, and I'm really tired of it. I heard that I could order an adapter for it just to make it do that 90, but I don't know. I'm kind of on the put a new motor in something kick. So the Comanche might be something. I don't think I would go diesel on that. I'm really thinking either another stroker motor or a small block, or maybe a 360 if I could find one, the AMC 360, but probably a 350 or an LS. I've seen it, you know, I've seen it done. They exist, so I'm sure I could figure it out. The only thing is, I need to find a daily first if I decide to sell these two. So, because that Comanche would be my daily until I figure something out. So, yeah, that's kind of where I'm at. I've been doing a little bit of research on the engines for motor swaps, but you know, I really do want to sell this one before I run it up unnecessarily on miles. It's at 94,000. If I keep driving it every day for another few months, it's gonna hit 100,000, and that brings the value down a little bit. So I want to hold as much value in this thing as I can. That way I could sell it and get that building I really want, and that way I could put the most money toward my future projects, because doing a full restoration on some of these cars is going to cost me a lot of money. But if anybody's interested, I'll let you know. I'm going to be selling this Jeep 2001 Cherokee, that one 97 Grand Cherokee, 91 5-speed Cherokee, 89 4-door 2-wheel drive Cherokee, 88 short bed Comanche, and 79 CJ7. And I have a lot of parts for this one to do the full restoration on, but these are the ones that I would consider parting with. You know, it'd have to be the right amount of money, and my most important thing would be that it goes to a good home. Somebody's gonna build it. They're not just gonna beat it up and leave it on fire in the woods. So if anybody's interested in any of these, feel free to send me a message. Maybe we could work something out. But yeah, so that's really where I'm at today. I got a lot done. I feel accomplished. You know, I put that water pump in that ZJ. All I have to do is bleed the brakes on it, because I put an axle in it before it was left to sit, and it was pouring, so I didn't get to finish the brakes like I wanted to. So all I have to do is bleed the brakes, and then that one's good to go. Runs great, runs cool, drives. Transmission's been recently rebuilt in it. 4-wheel drive works. So it's really just deciding what I want to do with everything. So thank you guys for watching today. Be sure to like, subscribe, and comment. If you're interested in any of the Jeeps you've seen here today that I have for sale, message me, and make sure you comment what kind of motor you want to see me drop in this Comanche. Alright, I'll see you guys soon. Thank you for watching.